everybody. I hope everyone is having a fantastic day. I have Marian with me, and Marian's story is very special, and I wanted to bring her on today because I think that her story in particular is just very inspirational. I'll let her tell it. But today we're just going to go over a little bit about her experience. But what made her story special is that she is a busy mom, has a full-time job, and was trying to lose weight. And I'll let you take it away. So we're going to go into a little bit about Marian. Marian, if you want to tell us a little bit about yourself, and then if you want to share, like, what were you doing before the program?
Yeah, I came in the hardest period because of the pandemic, like right before the pandemic, the dieting and going to the gym and everything. But then pandemic happened. I have to stay at home, the stress and everything, which led at some point, and I'm not ashamed to say that I took some antidepressants, and then that led to humongous weight gain that I found impossible to get rid of. And actually, it made me even feel more depressed. I stopped all the medication, everything, and then yes, I felt that I need to take some, take control of my life, myself and everything, and work on myself again. And I did it before, and I knew that I can do it again. And then this is when I, came to you.
So I love that you said that, Marian. Thank you for being so open and honest and vulnerable about your previous, time in our time together. So we'll kind of just kick it off with this, just because you said it. So what made this time different than anything in the past? Because you're like, okay, I did it before, I know I could do it again. But what made this time in your journey different than what you've done before?
You mean like before coming to you, or this time when I came to you?
This time when we were together, what made this different than the past, or what you've done in the past? Sorry if that was confusing.
No, because first, I came to when I'm like the biggest. On the scale, I am the biggest. Like, even when I was pregnant with my kids, I've never reached that number on the scale. I needed really support, like emotional and everything, which was amazing about you, by the way. Like, you were, yes, I needed support. I didn't need just for someone to tell me to eat and what not to eat, and just to give me because honestly, I can find this easily on the internet, but I needed someone to follow step by step with me all the way, and and to have support, and joining the whole group to know that a lot of people struggling the same struggle as me, not at the same, but everyone has their own struggle. I believe it's the same, whether you have kids, you don't have kids, but maybe working extra hours, you have some kind of stresses coming from your family, or coming from your work, or coming from any issues. We all got them. So,
Yeah, and so those of you that might not know what Marian is referring to, so we have another group, besides this private group, we have another private group for like our Rockstar tribe. Those are the people that like kind of are my personal clients. So we have that community, and which she's talking about is like everyone in the group kind of has that support, and they're all in the same boat. I love that, Marian. Thank you for sharing that. And so what well, let's go into this. Like, you are a busy mom. You have a full-time job. You went on vacation. You had some medical stuff come up. We won't get into that. But, like, life was happening, right? As it always does. So what gave you the ability to kind of not get caught up in life and continue to go? Like, does that make sense?
First, because in the first, I think, month, definitely I lost some weight. So that pushed me, because I thought like I will never, lose the weight, and fitting on this black dress. little black dress that I posted the photo, on the group. Really, and looking that gorgeous, at least in my eyes, gaining this a little bit confidence, about myself again. That really pushed me a lot, you know. And I just want to say this thing, because if I feel back every time, I'm gonna feel down because I'm facing this medical problem, or because I'm stressing about my kids, or about this problem at work, or I'm feeling tired because I totally understand when you feel down, you feel this heaviness, and you feel this fatigue that you don't want to do anything, zero energy. I understand, but if you didn't push yourself, no one else will do, and then you will be stuck like this forever, which it's gonna take you nowhere, and you will be forever stuck. But if you keep, pushing yourself, this is when I start seeing the results, 1 pound after another, and then it's happening. You're losing the weight.
Yeah.
So this is how you're gonna make it work.
Absolutely. I'm gonna close my window because this is distracting, and I don't want to. I don't want it to continue to be distracting. So sorry. But thank you so much for sharing that, Marian. And what I love about what Marian was saying, and this is why, what makes her so special is that when she came in, and I could cry because I just love you so much, Marian. When you came into the program, and that's why when she's talking about her wearing a dress, that it's so much more than it's so much more than just wearing a dress. When she came into this program, she was like, I really need to just increase my confidence and my self-esteem, and I really just need that. And just within a few weeks into the program, just the things that you were saying, can you share that experience of when you felt that increase in confidence? I just want you to share that, because for me, that was so powerful just as a coach to watch you. But I just want everyone to know just how powerful that was for you.
It was amazing. I mean, first, actually, it started, I think, a couple of weeks after, in work, people started to say, "Oh, you look great. You look more energetic." Especially, I started, my face started to look thinner from here. I always have a cute, small face. I feel so good about myself, And I have this event I'm going to, and then I really tried that dress a month before, and the zipper, I promise you, it didn't go up. It didn't want to close. It didn't. And then, but even if it did, I just chunks, I didn't look cute as I used to look. I just wanted to feel good about myself again. I'm very petite, so, and all the weight is in part, and then going down. My legs, even my thighs, they look fine. It's just the hips and up looking horrible. So trying that dress and looking this cute in it, and then having that good time, and then getting a lot of confidence on the dress, and then, because also it affects your spirit, I felt this energy again. I felt light spirited, and then that really pushed me. That because this is me. And I'm not saying that anyone who's over, that few pounds or anything. Yeah. No, I don't mean this at all. You still have your good own spirit and everything. But that was my issue, because I since the day I'm born, till I gained that horrible weight because of the medications and the pandemic and everything, I've been always good weight, petite person. I've never had this before. So for me, that was huge.
Yeah.
I'm just being clear. I don't mean to be.
Oh, of course. Thank you for clearing that up. And your phone keeps going in and out, so I'm going to reiterate what you were saying. Just on my end, I don't know if that's actually happening on the live, but just from me, it's going in and out. It's all good. I know what you're saying. So, what Marianne was just saying is that it just lifted her spirit, and she was saying, and please correct me if I'm wrong, Marianne, that it's not that if you had weight to lose that you don't have a good spirit or something. Is that what you were saying? but for you, that was something that really lifted your spirit. And I think that's important, right? Like at the end of the day, we all have our things. It doesn't have to be weight or whatever, but just when our confidence is exuding, it does so much more for our everyday. So now with what you've learned from the program, like how do you feel taking this into your busy life? Like being a mom and, you know, having a full-time job, like how are you able to do this now with your busy life? Because I feel like everyone is just so busy and it's getting busier and busier and busier every day.
I think one of the things I learned from the program that I treated exercise as you can't you can't survive without food and water. So I put exercise as the same, because treat it as work. Every day you have to go to work or you're not gonna get paid. So this is it. You treat it as it's something that it's essential, like it's a necessity.
I remember when you came in, there was like a little bit of almost oh, what's the word I'm looking for? Almost like underneath the surface, this feeling of like, oh, but I'm not gonna lose the weight. Like I'm not gonna lose it. Like so now that you're like you lost so much weight, like how does this just transform your life? Like what's different? Like what is this transforming into in your life?
I can do anything, just take it step by step, or like take it a step at a time.
Yeah,
we can do anything really, and never stress about anything. Actually, just never worry about tomorrow. Don't think about tomorrow. Just think about today, and anything in your life, whether it's exercise or anything else, just take it one step at a time.
So one last question. Now, what would you tell someone who, because I'm all over, right? Like we're on Instagram and Facebook and all these places. What would you tell someone that's like kind of on the fence or thinking about joining the program?
Join because, as I mentioned before, especially during these times, I think what you have is very genuine. Really, you are very authentic, very genuine. You are very nice. Really, I mean, because the support that you provided, I never found it in anywhere else. When I remember in the beginning when you told me text me any time or anything, I texted you, and at the same time, you were the one who was like on top of my head when I miss anything. You never bothered me. You were very nice. You were very supportive. You were very true when you shared the moments of the troubles I had, and the hard times, which really pushed me. Like you didn't make me feel bad of any of those days when I messed up or I didn't do good or anything. No, every time we spoke or texted or anything, it was a push forward. I know that nobody will ever find, like, I joined a lot of gyms. I went with personal trainers and everything. I never find this with anyone. No, really, I mean it. I'm going to be saying, yes.
That's so sweet. And I'm happy you feel that way. And I'm happy, more importantly, I'm happy with you now being able to move on and do this on your own, because I think that that's the most important thing, right? At the end of the day, like, I'll always say this, and I think I said this to you in the very beginning, like, it's not feasible or even financially feasible to pay someone for the rest of your life, right? Like, that's not logical, right? So it's so important, so important to understand how to be the expert on you, how to do this stuff so that you can actually just get the knowledge from the program and move on your own and actually just do it on your own and be living that. I think that that's the most important thing, and that's why I wanted to have you come on, because I think that's so powerful that now, after your time in the program, you're confident. You're like, no, I know what to do. I've learned the tools. I've learned the strategies. I'm confident, like, in what I can do, and that's so important, because now you don't need to continue to research or spend time Googling or all this other waste of time stuff. You could spend time, with your busy life, right? Going to work and taking care of your family and spending time with your loved ones. So I think that's amazing that you're in this position. So awesome. Thank you so much for coming on.